Welcome to the call, everyone. My name is Mark, and I'm excited about the information we're going to share with you today. We'd like to welcome you to Instant Recall. So you might say, well, Mark, what is this all about? Well, let's get right into it right now. So I'd like to start with a question. Suppose there was a way to help families in their time of need by providing free meals to them by simply downloading a free app that would also provide income for your family or organization at the same time. Would you be willing to learn more about it? Well, that's exactly what we're going to share with you over the next few moments. So the thing you need to understand is that this is a very simple process. All you need to do is download a free app. The app is absolutely free. You'll never pay anything, or anyone will never pay anything ever for this app, and there is no advertisement whatsoever. And then you will simply give that app away free, ladies and gentlemen. And what that's going to do is going to enable free meals to be distributed to people across the United States and Canada, but it also will allow you or anyone else anywhere around the world to generate income. It could be an individual or even an organization. This is what we're talking about right now. So I'd like to welcome all of you to Instant Recall. Instant Recall is an amazing app that can be found right now in the Google Play Store and the Apple Store, but you must have a referral link in order to use it. It's all about saving and cataloging your precious memories that you spent with loved ones and others. Let's take a few moments to take a look at the app itself first of all. So why use the Instant Recall app? Well, the Instant Recall app remembers all of your favorite meals and restaurants. Have you ever traveled, out of town and gone someplace, really had a great time, but when you went back, you couldn't remember the name of the place, or nor could you remember the meal? Well, Instant Recall app will enable you to do just that. Not only that, you can recall specific dates and times of past events, and you can even share those events and memories with your loved one right through the app. In addition to that, let's say that you like to fish or you like to hunt, well, you can remember specific places where you were up to 30 inches of that spot so that you can go back there whenever you need to. In addition to that, you can, save up lists in this and notifications and remind yourself about when you need to do certain things throughout your life and your schedule. All right. So it's all about partnerships, ladies and gentlemen. One of the things I want you to understand is that hardly anything worth doing can be done alone. How many of you would agree with that? Well, Instant Recall has created some amazing partnerships you're about to hear about, which makes all of this possible. One of them is an organization called Feeding America. Let's watch this short overview to help you understand what this partnership can do for many others.
Today, right here in America, a shocking number of our neighbors are facing hunger. Feeding America estimates 60 million people turn to food banks, food pantries, and other private food assistance programs in 2020. There is enough food to feed all of us, but still millions of people face hunger every year. And in Black, Latino, and Native American communities, the challenges run deeper and hit harder. It takes courage to ask for help. It takes all of us working together to make sure no one goes to bed hungry.
Feeding America is a nationwide network of 200 food banks and 60,000 meal programs. Together, we are the nation's largest domestic hunger relief organization. The Feeding America network helped provide more than 6 billion meals in 2020. Behind each meal are countless supporters, donors, and volunteers who care deeply about their neighbors. This family's meal came from their local food pantry. There are more than 60,000 meal programs like this all across our country. Before the meal reached the pantry, the groceries came from a local food bank that collects and routes food to feeding programs. Day in and day out, 200 food banks secure food and funds from donors like national food and grocery manufacturers, retailers, and farmers, and from the generosity of individuals making donations to help feed their neighbors. Volunteers help make it all possible. Each year, more than 2 million people lend a hand.
The work goes beyond providing meals every day. Together, the Food Bank Network and our partners are hard at work in your community and thousands just like it, rescuing healthy food and keeping it from landfills, focusing on the hardest hit communities, making it easier for everyone to get the fresh food they need, and uniting a movement that will bring about lasting change. All of this makes a difference for our neighbors by providing more meals today and helping create a hunger-free tomorrow. But we can't end hunger without people like you. Join us. Visit www.feedingamerica.org to find your local food bank. Volunteer to help get meals to your neighbors. Raise your voice to advocate for stronger food assistance programs. And donate. Every dollar helps provide at least 10 meals. Together, we can create an America where no one is hungry. Together, we're feeding America.
All right. So let's go ahead and break that down just a little bit so you can really understand it. But before we get into that, I want you to think about the many tragic events that have occurred across the United States alone. So there have been fires, there have been tornadoes, there have been floods, ladies and gentlemen. All right. And many, many different tragic things, snowstorms that have happened. And every time that happens, people need three things. They need food, they need water, and they need shelter. Here's a way that you and I, through our partnership, through Instant Recall, can help provide food for those people in need across the United States and also Canada. But in addition to that, you will also learn that by sharing this app with others, anyone around the world can generate income to purchase food for themselves, to accomplish their goals, and to fund nonprofits and organizations. So the way it works is that each one of our installed apps create 5 meals, as I mentioned, for people across the United States and Canada. The thing you need to understand is that the app is free now, it is free forever, and you can create meals and get paid for doing so. So this is a very rare and unique company and a platform, ladies and gentlemen, that not only benefits society, but it also benefits the associates and those who are sharing the program with others. So Instant Recall is that company. Our free app is, the app is free, and you make money feeding the hungry. So the thing you need to remember that you must be 18 years old or older in order to participate here. There is no stacking, and you must register through the link of someone who's a current participant in order for you to participate in the program. So we're inviting you to help us create over 1 million meals each month, ladies and gentlemen. Not only can we feed families, but we can also fund families around the world, and that's what this is all about. So we have got a great program and a great purpose, ladies and gentlemen. We call it the Ultimate App Affiliate Program. Because here's the thing, there is nothing to buy and there's nothing to sell ever. You won't be asked for a credit card. You'll never have to take not even 1 penny out of your pocket. There are no skills to learn and no routines that you need to change. And so let's talk about the system and how you actually earn money. There is a reward point system, and it works simply like this. Whenever you share the app with someone else, and as long as they keep that app on their phone, you will earn $1 per person per month who has actually downloaded the app that you referred. But it doesn't stop there, because when those individuals refer others, the system will also pay you $1 per month for each person from your group, from your level 1 sponsors. Now, if you go out and you personally refer at least 10 people who download the app, that opens up levels 3 and 4. You absolutely want to do that, because this can explode your earnings potential within this system. All right. And so when people begin to download the app on your 3rd generation, you will earn 50 cents per person every month that they keep the app on their phone. And when those individuals refer others, now you have a 4th generation, and you will also earn 50 cents per app download from those people as well, month after month after month. And so the thing you want to remember, every time someone downloads the app through your link, they are cookied to you for life. So if they take the app off and they try to put the app back on again later, they still will be connected to you. So that's very important. So how much does each of these points, how much do these points, how much are they worth? Okay. So 20 points is worth $1 and 10 points is worth 50 cents. So I want to tell you this, don't despise small beginnings, ladies and gentlemen, because these numbers can add up, and they can add up tremendously, as you are about to see. So let me ask you a question. Can you get just 10 people to download the Instant Recall app? Could you do it in 1 day? Could you do it in 2 days? Absolutely. Our members are doing it right now, and it's pretty powerful, as you're about to see here. So let's say you go out and you sponsor 10 people who download the app today. That would create $10 in income for you every month. And let's say that those individuals go out and they each refer 10 people who also download the app. That would be an additional $100 a month for you. And if you personally referred at least 10, that's going to open up your third generation. Those individuals refer 10 each. Guess what? That's an additional $500 a month. And when those individuals on your third generation refer 10, that now becomes an additional $5,000 a month for you, for a total of over $5,610 each month that those individuals have those apps downloaded on their phone. In addition to that, you multiply these numbers of people by 5 meals, and now you've got thousands of meals being donated and distributed to people in their time of need. And so it's all about the math. If you simply share the program with others, something amazing can happen for you and others. And we'll share with you some strategies in our trainings that we hold just about once a week or once every 2 weeks. All right, so the next question is, how do we get paid? Well, Instant Recall had some amazing partnerships. As I mentioned earlier, they partnered up with a company called OpenNode, which is started by Fidelity. So Fidelity is a very, very big bank. And so this enables us to be paid, guess what? Through multiple cryptocurrencies, or also through multiple fiat currencies direct to your bank account. Now, in order for the company to pay out, you're going to learn that we need to have 50,000 people who have actually downloaded the app. We're halfway there right now. And the people who are in the program went out and referred 10 right now, we would surpass that goal, in 1 day. So it's just a matter of time before that happens. And so the thing you want to understand is that once we get close to that 50,000 number, you will receive detailed instructions on how to set up your account through OpenNode. It must be connected to Instant Recall, and it must be connected to your account. So there'll be some really good videos to help you with that. Don't worry about that. As we progress to get to that point, you will see those instructions. And so OpenNode is a very big company that handles payments for many, many huge companies, and they can handle millions of payments in a matter of minutes. And so when Instant Recall gets ready to pay everyone, they simply push a button and many, many people are paid at the very same time. So OpenNode works with Shopify, BigCommerce, and we talked about Fidelity Investments and many others. It's a great way to be able to issue payments to our community around the world. So now the big question that people often ask is, why would anyone pay all this money out for simply having an app on a phone? So this is very important. We need to know where the money comes from. So there's a video here I want to play. It's just about 2 minutes long, and it talks about marketing data. Did you know the data on your phone is valuable? Did you know that when you log in on Facebook, that is valuable? Well, we're going to talk about the phone right now because we all have a lot of apps on our phone, but we're not making any money, but they're making money, right? We're going to show you how you and I can get a piece of that money that's being marketed through our data. Let's watch this short video to explain.
It really all comes down to the data. The data provides the insights that you can act upon. And what we really want to do is understand all those different interactions, all the different channels that we talked about, pull all that data together, rationalize it, integrate it, and basically from it develop a complete picture of the customer, of the individual, what their needs are, and how we can basically best accommodate those needs. And so taking all that information together, taking the data, generating those insights, and then making it actionable. That's the key part of it. And the data, there's so many pieces of the data that become important. It's not just gathering as much data as possible, it's gathering the right level of data. And so making sure that the right systems, the right data, the right quality of data is being used as part of your overall process. There's a lot of governance and management that needs to go into that data. There's all sorts of data quality issues when we start thinking about capturing customer data, where it came from, what was the source, when did we capture it, how stale or fresh is that data. So it's really all about that data. Getting that is very foundational to data-driven marketing. It's one thing to solve data analytically, and it's something else to solve for it operationally. So it's okay if we've got a data warehouse or a big data platform where we've got lots of data and we're generating insights, but what's really important is how do we act upon those insights and make it more real-time and operational. And so we really need to have a good operational system, a good platform by which we can activate it. So knowing in real time what's happening, that somebody was just on the web, they were just researching a problem, and now they're calling our call center or they're doing something on their mobile device, we need to make that data available, not just analytically so we can say after the fact, here's what happened and play Monday morning quarterback, but more real time so we can respond to the customer's needs and have a better customer experience.
All right, so what are we talking about? We're talking about real-time data. That data is very valuable to companies that are looking to where they're going to build an establishment, and companies looking to, maybe build an apartment complex or a housing complex. This data is very important and it's being sold right now, and your data on your phone is actually being used, but you and I are not getting anything for that. But here's the thing, it's all about innovation. There's always a better way of doing things, and this is what instant recall is all about. All right, and so that data is being collected and that data is being sold, ladies and gentlemen, but often, we're not told about that, right? So now instant recall is going to sell our data, but our data is completely anonymous. No one knows that it is you. It's only showing where you have been. And we are able to sell it many times to major companies and major marketing groups, such as a company called Foursquare. What do they do with this data? Well, they sell it to companies like Airbnb, Uber, Spotify, Samsung, Microsoft, and many others. So instant recall collects and sells that data. It's monitored by both the Play stores to make sure that it is only a place-to-place movement and that all of the data remains anonymous. So you can be assured that it is anonymous. The Play stores, the Apple Store ensures that. So that's the first point that you need to know. And so now, here's the thing. You and I can now get a piece of action just by downloading this free app. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get back in contact with the person who shared this with you, and let's work together to help make our dreams come true for a lot of people in organizations and schools and other nonprofits all around the world. So we've got the